Bingothon Winter 2025. I'm your host, Fingers to Hand. Before we get started on our next run, I would just like to remind folk that we are raising money for the Fred Hutch Cancer Center. As a small incentive, we do have a bid war for the next run after Mario Kart, which is Shadow the Hedgehog two-player mod. Where people can choose the character model that will be used for that run. I won't read it out at the moment, but if I do get a chance to chime in later, I will do so. But I will pass it over to CJ for Mario Kart World. Take it away.
Hello everyone, hope you missed me for the hour I was gone since Blueprints wrapped up earlier today. But I'm back for Mario Kart World. We're going to be doing double bingo. Mario Kart World is the latest installment in the Mario Kart franchise, and the first Mario Kart game to feature a kind of open world / free roam mechanic for the most part, which makes it a really good candidate, and the first candidate in the franchise, in my opinion, that's really good for bingo. And so here, in winter or summer last 6 months ago, Baha and I showed it off a little bit. Not much has changed since then, but you know, I'm back to kind of show it off a little bit more refined, a little bit more targeted, synergy focused, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I think that's really all there is to it. We're gonna get started here in just a second. We are going to be starting in a Grand Prix, which you guys will see once we get the board revealed, once we get started. But if we are all set, I will give us a countdown and we can chat a little bit more about it once we get started. And we will get moving in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so starting off here, you will see on the the center square of the board here is unlocking Lakitu, which is the only square on the board that it requires doing a Grand Prix. That is a restriction specific to the board and the generator. We only allow one Grand Prix related goal per board. The rest is all in free roam. And then I'm playing as Baby Mario because I will be going for the top left, bottom right diagonal as one of my lines. So I will be attempting to grab the swimwear costume during this Grand Prix, ideally. Just like a slight optimization there, pretty much. It doesn't matter what place we come in overall for the Grand Prix. Obviously, it is faster to go fast when you are racing Mario Kart. For the obvious reason of Mario Kart is faster when you go fast. It is a racing game, of course. For people who are not super familiar with the Mario Kart franchise, especially some of the more recent entries, there are kind of a lot of random mechanics at play that we can talk about a little bit while we're here in Grand Prix mode. There are various stats that affect your kart, and some of them are hidden. For racing in speedrunning and like racing competitively, typically the most important stat is acceleration, a little bit counterintuitively. The reason being that acceleration corresponds with how quickly you can get back up to your maximum speed, which is really important when you get hit by an item, which in a game like Mario Kart happens quite often, or if you miss a drift and go off-road, or come from like a track transition where you change ground types where your maximum speed increases, for example, how quickly you get back up to that maximum speed. As well, across the game you will pick up gold coins, a staple to the Mario franchise. which actually increase the maximum speed of your cart. So we are going to try and stay at the maximum of 20 coins as much as we can across the game. I am actually not sure about the mini turbos in this game. I actually have not been super in tune with a lot of the speedrunning stuff that's going on in this game. I was a lot more in tune in 8 than I am in World. I've kind of just been vibing with 8 and driving around in the world and stuff like that, so I do not like the feathers, so I'm just gonna ditch it.
I don't think feathers are a particularly popular item in Mario Kart World.
Yeah, in general, feathers
very
are... They are good if you are in a lead position and, like, really need a defensive item, but generally they are not the defensive item you want in a lead position either. The big drawback to the feather is that it drops your max speed, and like as soon as you use it, you lose speed, which sucks for obvious reasons. Oh, of course. Sucks for the obvious reasons of you are no longer moving at speed, but also like you just lose the ability to accelerate as well, for the most part. So. Also, unfortunately, I did miss out on getting one of the a food stand earlier, which probably would have had the swimwear costume in it. So a little bit about costumes in this game as well. We can talk about that since we kind of talked about speed and driving. Is that the food that you receive for picking up the food grab bags across the game, while it appears random, is actually not. For the most part, there is a small set, if not a single item, that you can receive at each from each food stall, which is fixed, and you will always receive the same thing. And the costume that you receive is fixed based on the type of food. I took that corner a little too tight. Because of that, I am actually going to re-roll here, just we are nearing the end. What? Where did second place? How did I fall into second place? Whatever. Alright, so we are now halfway through this. So yeah, so like I was saying, costumes are fixed, so it is actually pretty easy to get the costume that you want when you want it, if you know what you're doing. Costumes that have the same name for different characters are obtained by the same food, and the costumes are also fairly thematic for the, generally the area that they are received in, and or the, like, type of food that they are received from. Like, for example, like, the Pro Racer skin costumes are received from food that you get at, like Mario Racing Circuit, in, like, the north-central area of the map, for example. So...
I'd just like to ask, have you got a particular costume or character combo that you prefer using, either casually or in a speedrun setting?
Not particularly casually. Typically in speedruns, you go for heavy characters. There is reasoning behind that. I forget what it is, and I hope that I am still correct on my Mario Kart facts. I could be using information from, like, 2018 at this point. But... I believe it is that heavier characters have better handling. They sacrifice acceleration and speed for handling overall, or something along those lines. So you can take a cart that has worse handling but better acceleration, and end up with a cart that has net better acceleration and handling overall, or something like that. So
Last I checked, and please correct me if I am completely wrong in this, but I think it does actually depend on what course you're racing on. Some characters are more suited to certain courses than others in this particular Mario Kart. Am I
I do not
correct
know
in
that,
that?
so I cannot correct or like say that you are correct or incorrect in that. Wow, I have not
Maybe-
seen any more food stalls. This is not great. Also, I've not been doing a lot of tricks. I haven't gotten to show off the fun of the grind rails. That's kind of the main gimmick of this game, is that you can grind on rails and walls and do a ton of tricks, which is a ton of fun. And in some courses, it is actually like the optimal way to move. I got sniped through my defenses.
I'd just like to ask, what version of Mario Kart 8 are you running at the moment?
I'm not actually. I don't like actively run Mario Kart 8 or anything, but I like play the Switch Deluxe version.
Yeah, no, what I mean is, what version number are you playing? Because unless I'm mistaken,
most recent. I am not a huge person who plays on down patching for speedrun purposes. For the most part, I usually just play on most recent patch for speedrunning.
Yeah, I'm the same, to be honest. I just like to play Mario Kart casually.
I can't be bothered, even like in a competitive setting. Like, just let me play my speed game on the most recent patch.
As far as I'm aware, they mostly focused on fixing a bunch of complaints that people had on this game.
Mario Kart World actually, I literally just watched a food bag get dispensed right next to me. But I didn't. Mario Kart World actually got updated like 2 days ago with a bunch of quality of life fixes. I don't know anything about them. I skimmed the patch notes because I updated my game literally right before this run started. So, let's see if this gives us the swimwear. While we are on our last... this will not. Oh, it did. Excellent. Oh, that might be the pizza from the, Venice course. That makes it. It's topical now that we talk a little bit about goals and kind of what the goals for and what bingo for this game kind of looks like. So in free roam, there's actually a lot of pattern and structure to the way the game and the world is constructed. With the exception of Crown City for everything I'm about to say. Each course has 5 question mark panels and some number of P-switches. I believe it's also 5 offhand. That are present, like, kind of within the course boundaries in free roam. I should have kept that coin. As a defensive measure. I don't think there's any other Baby Mario questions on here. So the goals are actually constructed in a similarly patterned system. There are goals for 3, 4, and all question mark panels for each course. I did not see that coming at all. Oh, Lakitu, you sly son of a gun. Sneaking in and taking my my triple gold crown, whatever it is. And same with P-switches. So we have goals that are constructed within each course, and then we also have similar goals that are global across that. There are multiple types of P-switches as well. So we have goals for completing different types of P-switches. I actually don't think there are any of those on this board. There's also a nabbit that you can catch in each course, and a handful that are scattered across the rest of the world. I don't believe there are any goals that are outside of the world, or outside of... do I need to switch? No. Why is the map button? We are going to... I am actually going to... See if I remember. I am going to be a little rusty. Yeah, so like I was saying, then there are goals that are kind of not in a specific course, like all question mark panels in 2 courses, X number of question mark panels across multiple courses, stuff like that. Typical bingo construction, X number of question mark panels globally across the whole game. Same with P-switches, different types of P-switches. There are a handful of goals that are just complete a specific P-switch. I do want to add more of those long term. That is a coin stash. I don't know how many coins are in a coin stash. I just know that there are a lot of them. I always hit minus because I keep using minus as pause. Minus as pause in a lot of games. 2 or 3. I don't think I need a Wario costume. I believe there's another one over here. So I don't think I mentioned what the other line I'm going for is. I mentioned that I'm doing top left, bottom right. The other line that I'm going for is the bottom row 5. There is another one here, right? I'm not insane. I swear I just saw. So I'm gonna, while we're here, I figure we might as well collect 5 of these. Yes, there's no. Let me, because there are 30 unique courses to memorize all of these in. Technically 31 because there are 10 question mark switches in Crown City. Oh, it's right here. I literally, paused 2 feet away from it. Good job, me. I got impatient, chat. Don't get mad at me.
Chat seems to have been very patient with you so far. They just seem to be enjoying the run.
Oh, there's a pigeon. Grab that. Right. That's that. There's also 400. It's 396, I believe, is the number for the Peach medallions. So I do not know how to collect all of them off the cuff. So please remember to bear with me as we do this. Some of this is an experience together. Oh no, chat, you will laugh at me, and I understand that, and I expect it. I would be sad if you weren't laughing.
It just wouldn't be Bingothon if there is no laughter.
And that does not work.
Would it be okay if I give a wee message at this time?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I would just like to remind folk that are watching that we are raising money for the Fred Hutch Cancer Center. As a small incentive, we do have a bid war coming up after this run for the Shadow the Hedgehog 2-player mod. We do have a choice of pairs of character models for each player, so I'll read out the list for you. You can choose between either II and II from Super Monkey Ball, or we've got Metal Sonic and Metal Amy, Omega and Rouge, Scourge and Surge, Shadow and Cream, Sonic and Knuckles, not the game, the two characters, Super Sonic and Super Shadow, and Vector and Charmy. So if you want to see any particular pairings, just type in !donate into chat or click the link down below and choose between one of those when you donate. It doesn't need to be a lot. None of them have any bids on at the moment, and just $5 can provide 100 chest tubes for the scientists down at the Fred Hutch Cancer Center, which is incredibly invaluable to them. So do donate whatever you can.
We're just gonna rewind time for a minute here.
I do wish rewinding time here rewinds the time in the speedrun as well.
Right? That'd be so much fun.
But then it would just be more of a task, if anything.
No, I know there's one up here. Just... Oh, I bet I could do. I really need to do more bingos of this game. That's not... Well, I just... Oh, it'll give me the star back. Brilliant. Thanks, game. The game is pretty generous with giving you items back when you rewind, but sometimes it could just be
And just like that, we have a $5 donation from Epic Crossover. No comment here, but they have put that towards the the Shadow the Hedgehog bid war that I mentioned a few moments ago. They have put it towards Vector and Charmy, so they're in the lead at the moment, but they're only in the lead by $5. So if anyone wants to snipe in with another character choice, feel free to donate.
I know that I need to get up one more section of roof. Oh wait, can I? Brilliant. That worked. Phenomenal. Now I have an aerial view and can... Using rewind is such a hack and such a cheaty thing for this. Same with warping, but it does make the bingos so much faster and lets you do so many more things. Oh, right here. Brilliant. That's one in one course. We have one Peach medallion. The big downside of warping is that a lot of the Peach medallions are actually located like outside of the courses. So we actually will drive around outside of. The map is on Y, not minus. We will drive around outside of the course at some point. That's not losing my mind at all, chat. So we are here. Oh, this is two. Wait, is this? Did I get my? No. Okay. So we're gonna do 2 P-switches and all of the question mark panel this course. Oh, so one of the question mark panels is up there on the left. One of the P-switches is down there. One of the question mark panels there. I'm gonna pretend that I did that on purpose, and that was 100% how I drew that up. Yep, 100% on the nose, exactly what was supposed to happen.
Was that physics I just saw there?
Yep, 100%. So this is our first type of P-switch that we're going to see here. This is a ring challenge P-switch, where we have to drive through a bunch of rings in order to reach the goal within a time limit. They're pretty self-explanatory overall, and they're kind of the bread and butter of the... I think I've said they're the bread and butter a lot during this run. If this run gets edited, I want a bread and butter counter put on it, if I said it enough times. But anyway.
For the highlight reels, I think.
But, I did not mean to. I pressed it. That did not. There's an easier way to go. What am I doing? As chat, as you can tell, this is a 100% serious TM speedrun that is absolutely going as according to.
It's always serious TM when it comes to Bingothon.
What if... There's literally a staircase. So then there are blue coin challenges as well, where you must drive around and collect 8 blue coins within a time limit. Oh, I accidentally marked that goal too soon. I think I clicked it instead of tracking the on the counter like I was intending to do. File that one under CJ doesn't know how to use a mouse. Maybe next time I do this run at Bingothon, I'll do a no rewinds, no rewinds, no fast travel. I'd probably have to do no fast travel only. No rewinds is kind of hell. For no reason. I've already forgotten. Here's Nabbit, by the way, if anyone was curious about Nabbit. I mentioned him earlier, I know.
Remind me, is Nabbit playable in this game as well?
I believe he is. The one I did not get is... apparently the one by the start line, I think. What am I... where am I? I've totally just gotten lost on the track. I know what I'm doing. Oh wait, no, that's that one. Okay, so I did get it. one. I got that one. Here. Oh, I got that. I don't want to go in the pipe. I think it's this one that I haven't got. Oh, the course is normal, then go off. When you reach a raised road. That is super helpful description. Okay. Go off-road where? Here? God, I love internet guides. I should have just gone with IGN, even though IGN is laggy as hell. Oh, wait. Is this not... Is this it? Okay, so I did not get one of the ones I did not get this one. I know what I'm doing. Serious and prepared and completely... I remember casually this one being a pain. Well, this isn't metal. I've driven 40 kilometers. This is metal, but is this the metal loop? I feel like this is not the metal. Probably just use the menu. It's right here. Here, I'll refer. So that means here's something. On the ground? Evidently not. It's around here somewhere. It's up there. Did I just, like, teleport? I feel like I just, like, clipped through the mountain during the rewind animation. My biggest complaint about the minimap in this game, which I actually quite like the minimap in this game overall, is that it does not, like, it's not layer tuned. So, like, it just shows you, like, an overhead view, which is completely worthless if you are underneath another section of the game. Which you spend a not insignificant amount of time under other track. So, you know, do with that information what you will, I suppose. I also got this one. I'm so confused. Which one didn't I get? Alright, let's just classic. We're gonna spend like I feel like I've now completely lost the plot. Not that that's unusual for me and runs at Bingothon, but... We definitely got this one. This is panel number 2 on this. Small rooftop right next to the water. Okay, I think I have just mixed up the list. Yeah, okay. I just messed up the order of the list and the inn. That is all in 2. Then we had, yeah, okay, so, here is... Alright, well, we're looking for Nabbit the old-fashioned way, because Google is of no help. I actually think I know. I believe Nabbit is. Was I just wrong? I think I was just wrong. Where did my mini-map go? Just... Oh, okay, I was right. Nabbit's right. Okay, Nabbit is a little annoying, because he can be really hard to catch. So we just gotta kind of drive after him. We need to start planning what I'm... What's up?
Sorry, I was just about to say, I find it absolutely amazing that a character that's just absolutely sprinting is faster than a character in a car.
Yeah, right? It's wild. Okay, so we got him here. Yeah, I need to now pick something else to do. Let's find another line. Let's show something. I did it again. Let's go to the forest and catch Charge and Chuck. So that's a... when did I mark... I did not do 5 Peach Medallion. That's why I'm confused. Okay. But I'm just totally bugging out over here. Definitely knew that there was a Peach Medallion right here, and that wasn't just total luck, and I am absolutely 100% planned for that. Now I just gotta figure out how to do it. You guys need it. The only time I ever actually want the dang feather is in free roam, and I feel like I can never get it in free roam when I want it. If you're looking for Peach Medallions in general in this game, one of the easiest things to do is just find grind rails. And just grind, especially longer ones, and just grind on them. Especially bonus points if you can find, like, a series of multiple, like, parallel ones. There's bound to be one somewhere. I have no idea how you're supposed to do something like this. You're supposed to just, like, do this? I bet you're supposed to do this. No, I have no idea what you're actually supposed to do here. This is... Some of the things in this game are a little funny. Like this. Yeah, okay, that doesn't... I actually think that Nintendo intended for you to use Rewind to achieve, like, actively some of the goals, like, some of these objectives. Because, like, I cannot fathom a world in which they are possible any other way. Now, I don't know if that says more about me, or... Look, feathering is the easy way. Actually, the feather's a really good point here.
I take back what I said earlier about the feather.
I think the best part is that you can actually, like, if you use it right, you can just, like, cycle the same feather indefinitely, technically. So, let's see if we can do that. I guess that requires us to not, like, warp, but... Does it? That's a fair point, actually. I didn't even consider that possibility. I didn't even consider the possibility that you just don't use the rail. Now I just feel silly. You just don't use the rail. I'm trying to... I should just use the scroll wheel. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, shush. Why? Oh wait, I should rewind and get my feather back. If I can go get another. I don't know why I'm activating question mark panels. I don't actually need any of on this course. We are also, like, vaguely just trying to drive around a bunch to get to 100 kilometers driven. Yes, definitely. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, guys. was a demo of what not to do. Okay. I think I'm just like stuck sort of outside of the course, so we're just gonna need another feather game, please. Feather, please. I take back every negative thing I've ever said about the feather. Just give it to me, thank you. We pointed generally south. We just need to get out of the river, and we can go catch Chuck in the forest and probably find another medallion. I know where a bunch of medallions vaguely are, but there's also, 400 of them throughout the world, so it's, also totally valid for us to just drive around and find some for the next half hour. Although I do need the suspended item. I need to find one that is suspended. We might have to actually jump into, like, a Grand Prix again or something for that. Might actually be easier to do it in a knockout. Sure. Actually, they might just be in... I have to check, because these don't count, because these are shooting nonsense. I need to pick up a feather to do. Oh, there's one of the nabbits out in the general world. I did the map thing again. I need to turn around and go. Oh. Oh, the train tracks are also a great way to usually find some peach medallions, but we're not gonna use. This should be a. No, it's a wire to nowhere. This game. Chuck. We need Chuck. There's so many areas of this game. I don't know that I've really ever explored down here very much. Wild. We are at 3 peach medallions now. The map is still not on my... I might as well just rebind my keys at this, the map, or the buttons at this. I believe this is the... How are we only at 60 kilometers? Seriously. Not slippery today. I almost just hit myself with that shell. I just wanted to be known how impressive and upset I would have been over. Green gels so much. Baby Daisy, get out of here. Don't you see that there's a street race going on?
Baby Daisy's trying to help you out.
I'm pretty sure I have to actually hit. Did Chuck just get run down by that truck a little bit?
Oh, I thought this was Mario Kart, not Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, that's not the goal. Let's go find some more people. Let's go down like this. Okay, well, that's not at all what I'm... Doink. Well, I guess we're not getting that one. The game is declared. No thanks. I'm now trying to think of where any of the ones I know where are. Just to make... I've glided for a kilometer now. I need to get back on the ground so that I actually get driving. Actually, I do know where one is. One thing I'm really looking forward to with this bingo overall in the coming future, because I do want to continue with this bingo and actually balance it and make it not a random kind of shit fest a little bit, is putting some difficulties down and stuff and balancing out the board, and then finding some more goals. I do think that there's a lot of room for some interesting goals with like X P switches of one type or Y of another type, or stuff like that, or you know, some random assortment of specific P switches, or like a collection of random P switches and stuff. It's really tough because like one of the things that's really tough about balancing a game like this. Okay, we've done 200 tricks apparently. Is the fact that like the simple fact that corrected this. like fast travel exists, and you can start from like an arbitrary point on the map. Makes balancing or determining like a specific difficulty kind of challenging. You know, you can remove a chunk of that by saying that the difficulty is done assuming no warping. But then how do you, like, you have to pick a specific starting point. Like, you could just, like we could just say, like, all difficulties were done assuming starting at, like, Crown City or Peach's Castle or something. Something like that. And that's all fine and dandy. But, like, so, because this game is so open-ended, like, what would you, like, what do you classify as a 25, like, a high difficulty goal? And that's kind of, like, a very philosophical question of bingo, in general. Like, that's a very... That's very much, like, a question that, like, bingo designers have to wrestle with overall. I'm gonna change character. What are these? Oh, I didn't actually change characters. I didn't click the button. Oh, that item is no longer suspended. That is an example of a suspended item, technically. How many costumes does Toad have? It actually might be easier for me to just get all of the costumes for a bunch of characters real quick. And I'm actually gonna do that. It's like that I lost interest. So now I've pivoted a little bit now. But I don't want to figure out a suspended item. Other people love Wario, you took him out, Mag. I'll come back to Wario.
You take Wario out back.
Wario has too many costumes. I actually don't know how many costumes Wario has offhand. How many does he have?
I think he's got more than Baby Luigi from what I've seen.
He actually only needs 3 more. But I need 2 to finish off Baby Luigi, and then 1 more for Baby Mario, since we got a bunch of Baby Marios earlier. I don't actually know what is Baby Luigi's? Probably swimwear? But yeah, anyway, like, as bingo designers, it's really, like, wrestling with, like, how do you make layouts and systems that make sense for your, like, our games and stuff is a really challenging question and is really very difficult. SRLV5, which was the gold standard, so to speak, for a very long time for well-balanced bingos, and especially back in the I say back in the Bingo Sync days, as if Bingo Sync is like as if we like took Bingo Sync out back and shot it, like we did with Wario, but like. The biggest challenge with SRLV5 is that you need 25 distinct groups of goals that you could discreetly describe as, like, different in, like, difficulty from one another. Or length, whatever kind of metric for that you want to use. Which is really challenging. And this is not, like, I'm not planning on this being a Play Bingo shill. Like, this is, like, just, like, a genuine, like... making and maintaining bingos is hard. Support your local bingo engineer person. And if you don't have a local bingo engineer person, it can be you. We're all capable of it. Did I get the... I did. That's all of them. So now I just switched to Baby Mario. We have Pro Racer, Swimwear, and... Might as well just check this one to see. Technically, time for Double Bingo will be coming up here if this costume is the new costume. But we are like 15 minutes under estimate, so we can go a little longer. You know, I say if we want. I'm pretty sure it's literally my decision to make because I think every other member of staff is asleep. Darn, that wasn't it.
Speaking of sleep, I think it is time for me to dip out, and we do have ProSec taking over from me, so huge upgrade right there. I will be back, I suppose technically later tonight, for the tail end of the Pokemon Legends ZA run and the Hat in Time and Lethal Company runs. But until then, take it away, ProSec. And good night.
Very much.
Time, by the way. That is all of the double.
Nice. I do want to say, while CJ may not be a shield for Play Bingo, I absolutely am. So I look forward to seeing what we can get up to. How's it been?
Is there one more line I could sneak in real quick? We can make this a quick triple. We do... Explore Toad and go to... Faraway Oasis. Faraway Oasis should be a good way to get Explorer Toad. Also... Okay, apparently, wow, I can't believe that my hitbox actually collided with that. That was kind of insane. Perfect game with no flaws whatsoever. Seven Peach Medallions. I literally just drove straight through that. 8. Where are these dang food stalls? I know, the music. I didn't even talk about the music in this game. The music in this game is, like, absolutely, like, one of, if not the best parts of the game. I feel like we say that about every Mario Kart game when it comes out. We're like, oh, Nintendo's outdone themselves. This is the best music since the last Mario Kart game. It's really funny. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that food is fake in the Faraway Oasis. There's no such thing as food here. Toad doesn't get to eat. Noted. Legitimately, though, that is... Sorry, I just heard strange noises coming from my cat behind me. And I had to turn around and see what the hell was going on. The answer is I still don't know what was going on. I just know that my cat was behind me. Doing cat. I was hoping I would find those. I've done the question mark panels here numerous times. Aren't they all always plotting things, though? Like, isn't that just the feline way? That's what the council whispers of at 3 a.m. At least last I heard, that's what the council whispered of at 3 a.m. There's a crab behind me. In which case they cannot plot. My cat is in fact not orange, so she is absolutely a plotter. She is a menace in all of the best ways. She knows I'm talking about her, so now she's at my feet. She's very much self-aware. Oh god. Is this gonna give me Explorer type? It did indeed. That's right, one of them is up here. There's a way to get up here. I forget what it is. The way we tell how healthy our cat is, the cat is typically is we assess how clean the house is and where all the toys are when we go to bed, and then we see where they are when we wake up. And the more chaotic and the more change that there was between bed and the morning, the better off she is. It's how we confirm that the witching hour happens every night. Cat owners get it, I'm sure. We did get it. Oh, there's a... I forgot how to get up there. I think it's a... height. I forget where the pipe is. Wait, is the pipe just in the waterfall? No, Nintendo's not that easy. They wouldn't make it that easy. Right there, though. The cat has decided to let us live another day. Another. It's a fun course. Let's go to Boo Cinema. Boo Cinema is a fun course. So, we'll grab some more question mark panels here. I don't know how many kilometers of driving we are at, but... Also, my mini-map is gone again. And I'm not sure why. I'd like to file a complaint. Oh, hi, Nabbit. Bye, Nabbit. I have forgotten once again where these are. Maybe there's no minimap in this course because it's funky. It's an aesthetic choice, and I respect the aesthetics. I respect an aesthetic choice. One. I love that there's a handful of pipes that just do this. They just wee. You know, that would make a lot of sense. If they disappeared when you were inside or in tunnels. But it also would have been no surprise to me if like they just didn't bother with like taking it off, like removing it in that scenario. I can't remember if there's any question panels in it or not. There's so many things. Damn game. One of the reasons I like this game so much, I was skeptical of this game at first, I will admit. I did buy it. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit that I bought it, but I was skeptical. I bought it, I will say, I did only get it because it was bundled with my Switch. It would have been stupid for me to not do the bundle. Like, I was getting a Switch 2 anyway, and it was only, you know, $50 more. Okay, now let's find a suspended item. Roundabouts here probably should work. Also say hello to the cows. And the all-time classic of Moo Moo Meadows, of course. Forgot that this exists. Here's another wow. Oh, you're so right, actually. Hang on. We can solve that problem very easily. I actually think the cow is a heavy weight. Let's give this a couple minutes to try and find a... Is that the Majora Moon? No, it's not. It does kind of look like it. Is it cannibalism for a cow to eat ice cream? Or cookies shaped like a cow? I suppose it's not cannibalism. I suppose it's actually probably pretty normal. Mercedes GLA cross promo. So real. Give me some suspended items to snag. Cannibalism. Well, it depends on what you're feeding them, obviously. eating mushroom is definitely feels like cannibalism. I don't think being in a course is gonna help. You know, to be fair, we don't know that it is a beef burger. We could give the game the benefit of the doubt, but where is the fun in that? Alright, as soon as I grab one of these item blocks, assuming I can grab one before one touches the ground. About when? About as horribly as it have. Well, we can follow the plane. I already lost the plane. Oh, well, we drowned the cow in questionable chocolate liquid. No. I don't know what I was thinking without well, I mean, cows eating ice cream is what we started the conversation with. So, I think the moral assertion was probably not. Or a human child drinking milk, for that matter. I gotta admit, I did almost say human calf for a second, and then I reeled it back for a minute, and I was like, wait, that's not what they're called. I literally just need I need to find the plane again. You think I'm losing it? It took you this long to figure that out? Why would I let myself get away with it? You know, I totally understand why the, even remember when he joined staff again. I could go back in my DMs with Flaw and find them, but that would be a lot of DMs to search through. And given how bad Discord is at everything, I can only imagine how poorly it would go. Okay, I see floating packages. Can we get to them? I think all of staff has probably lost it. Anyway, where did the thing go? Incredible. So don't know how we haven't driven 100 kilometers yet. I feel like we probably have, but who knows? Well, the game knows for sure because it keeps. Really avoid out zone there. Nintendo just like put an alleyway that you can't escape from in the middle of the city. Also, I don't know that the item block. I guess the item blocks count. They're items. But I think when I wrote that goal, I was thinking like in races where like the piranha plants are in the middle of the road and are like blowing the like mushrooms. Okay, we can. I also intended to do Nabbit faraway oasis. That was part of the reason why I went there. Look at the traffic jam. I think I've completely lost it, chat. We're overtime at this point, so we could probably just call the run. I was hoping we could do get to the triple or the quad, but
yeah, it is unfortunate, but that's the way things go. But you still did achieve what you set out to do. So thank you very much for bringing us that run. If you have any shout-outs, that would be a fantastic time to do so.
If you're interested in this or working on it, feel free to reach out to me. Or you can play it yourself on playbingo.gg. You can find out more about it on playbingo.gg/games/mkw. Everyone tomorrow morning for the next round of stuff that I'm doing.
All right, sounds good. Right, well, chat, we've got a bit of an exciting one for you today. That is because our very next run will be the 2-player mod of Shadow the Hedgehog, being run by the ever-delightful Seafood and Dream Syntax. Yes, I do have that in front of me. So, look forward to what that must be and see if you can find the damn 4th Chaos Emerald. Look forward to it and don't go anywhere. Doing at home, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Prosec. I'll be hosting for the next couple of hours. But speaking of hosting, I do want to shout out. We've got a message here from our outgoing host, Fingers the Hand. That is indeed in the form of a donation to the tune of $11.48, who simply says, "Monkeys, please! Monkeys, please!" Yes, I think we can all get behind the message of monkeys, please. More monkeys is more goods. That's what Grandmama always said. She was a bit weird. She was a peculiar individual, I'm not going to lie. But let me see if I can set this up to have a stream for you, because I've noticed we are in a deficit at the moment. If you look at the left side of your screen, you will see the Open Guesser Bingo that we, the hosts, have been doing versus our restreaming compatriots at Nitros Freelance. Pardon me while I'm just trying to get this set up and causing my browser to crash in the meantime. It's really all going so well, I have to admit. But in the meantime, let me know how you're doing in chat. Let me know that you're enjoying things. I hope it is going well for you at home. Try that again. At the tab. Now I need the links. As you can tell, I have been incredibly prepared for this. Okay, and now you should see at home a little bit of something. I have pulled up our Open Guesser game, so we can have a look at the board that we have. If anyone in chat has any smart ideas to try and get anything, then do let me know, and we can try and defeat our friendly rivals, but rivals nonetheless. Tell you what, I'm going to do something big. I'm going to go to famous places and pretty much re-roll until I see a castle, which might have been very quick. This place is... I don't think this is the castle, I think this is the castle. I don't know regardless. Is it in Osaka? Oh, wow, wrong country entirely. That is in Seoul. Not one I know, I have to be honest. And you will be seeing that a lot. This is Venice, so we're not going to get much help here. Unless I'm not thinking. Unfortunately, it's not really cruise ships to see in Venice, although they do occasionally here. Canals aren't much too more than that. It's slightly more fun. I recognise these walls, but I don't believe they belong to a castle. I believe they belong to a more modern fortress. And I cannot remember where it is, so I'm just going to say Malta. Why not? Yeah, Rome. Oh, okay, fair. Machu Picchu isn't going to give us any luck. That was a very rough estimate for where it was. Canterbury? I don't know. Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls? Anything nearby that we can make use of, chat? Anyone know of any mini golf courses in Lake Ontario, I think? Actually, if that's the border of two countries, hang on. Doesn't Niagara Falls literally fall on the line? That's Detroit? Is this the right one? Or is it? No, I think it's this set here that has the falls, isn't it? Yeah, Niagara Falls falls on the border between the US and Canada. In particular, it falls between this region right here. I'm calling that a border that we found there. Nice. And yeah, you can't get much closer than that, can you, chat? So let me just make sure that I know where that actually is. I'm currently blind and can't see it. There it is. There we are. Found it. I was not expecting that one to come up. So these are all famous places, remember? And we are looking in particular for this Oxford Street. I don't actually know. No, I don't think it has this kind of thing, does it? 'Cause it's not pedestrianized. Either way, I don't think I can find anything that I can justify via this. So I'm just going to guess, I don't know, somewhere around London. Oh, wow, that was in Australia. That is in Sydney. Maybe I was in the region of the Opera House, but it would just put me in a slightly awkward position. Well, that's Mount Everest, which I don't think we can benefit from. As I say, though, if you know of something on the board that I am missing, because as previously mentioned, I am blind, then please feel free to mention it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything I can make use of, so where is the Himalayas? There we are. Somewhere around. Wait, that wasn't Everest, that was Mount Fuji. Ah, maybe I could have seen a castle from it. Well, we're in Moscow. Uh, does this count as a... It's more of a palace than a castle. I feel like I'm being a bit persnickety about this, mostly because I know for a fact Edinburgh Castle is here. I don't think it's actually a castle. I think it's more of a palace, because, like, these aren't defensive structures, really. Moscow. There's a mirror. Are we in... Is this Liechtenstein? I know it's got that kind of wild wilderness look to it. Is this Liechtenstein? It's something. Oh no, there it is. There's Liechtenstein. Oh, it was in Slovenia. Pardon me. Um, this might be a castle. It might more likely be a fortress of some type. I probably wouldn't go for castle here. There has to be a castle. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It definitely feels very castle-y. But I'm not sure about that, mate. I'm not sure, chat. Hmm. It looks very castle-y, I'll give you that. Tell you what, I'll play it safe for now and not mark it. Somewhere around here, I think. Wrong side of the Bosphorus. It's in Athens. And Athens definitely not a castle kind of place. Is this the Forbidden Palace? The Slovenia one. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, we're in Naples. There is a chance that there's a cruise ship out there. And I will say, I do know a lot of these places because of playing this game a bit in the background. It looks like we've not gotten lucky. There's no cruise ship in Naples today, or whenever they set this. Wait, where am I? Which famous arch is this? It's one of them, but it doesn't look like any of the ones I actually know. Oh wait, doesn't the US have one as well that I might be forgetting about? What's that big stick over there? Well, I have no idea where we are at all.